The Washington Wizards appear to be having a fire sale for veteran players. What's going on in Washington? And does this Jonas Valanciunas move help the Kings? Let's talk about it.
Jazz Smack, your source for information and analysis about the Utah Jazz and NBA basketball. Jazz Smack is a community for passionate Utah Jazz NBA fans.
So Jonas is now traded by the Washington Wizards to the Sacramento Kings. Washington appears to be just, considering their record, I don't blame them a bit for doing this. Just moving guys along, guys who are on a team that's winning 15% of their games right now. What's the point? Get whatever draft capital you can for these guys and just move on. I think that they probably will, for the remainder of this season, hang on to one or two of those guys for locker room stability. But Jonas, there's obviously a lot of teams looking for centers right now. Centers are at a premium because there's so few available, and Jonas is one of those guys. And Sacramento can certainly use some size. So I totally agree with what Washington is doing here. Let's just move on. We're having a terrible season. We're the worst team in the league by a mile. Let's just move on from all of our guys and get more draft capital. That's what they should be doing. From Sacramento's point of view, they need more size. Absolutely. And Jonas is Lithuanian. Now, Sabonis, who is in Sacramento, is also Lithuanian by ethnicity. Now, he wasn't born in Lithuania. His father, Arvydas, was playing for the Portland Trailblazers, and Domas was actually born in Portland, Oregon. But everybody considers him, even though he's American, everybody considers him like Lithuanian by nature. I would assume that he doesn't consider himself Lithuanian. He considers himself American because the United States is where he lives. United States is where he was born. But let's face it, he has a lot of Lithuanian ties. Arvydas, I think he's the president of Lithuanian basketball. Domas has a lot of ties to the country of Lithuania. And I'm sure that he knows Jonas very well. So this is a very good pairing in terms of personal relationships. This is a good deal for both of these guys. They'll be together in Sacramento, which is great. And let's hope that actually this works out for Jonas. Jonas seems like a pretty good dude. He plays really hard. He's a hard-nosed guy. His body has just absolutely changed immensely from when he came in as a rookie. He was a really thin energy guy when he came in as a rookie, and now he's like this big burly bruiser of a dude. His body actually really changed shortly after he got into the league, but he's certainly a big bruiser guy now, and that will help Sacramento. Sacramento needs some physicality. Domas kind of does that, but Domas doesn't provide any paint presence on defense whatsoever. None. And Domas and Jonas certainly helps that. So let's take a look really quick at Jonas's stats while he's with what he's done recently. And he's actually, he's shooting 55% this year, which is a decent number. It's not a magnificent number for a 7-footer, but it's a decent number. Now, he has 3-point shooting, and Jonas does shoot some threes, not a lot, as you can see his career. He shoots maybe 1 to 2 a game, but he's shooting 26% that there's. This is like Kyle Kuzma. The whole Kyle Kuzma thing, he's shooting a career low in 3-point percentage. And here we look at Jonas, and he also is shooting a career low in 3-point percentage. It's just absolutely wild. It's no wonder Washington is so bad. They have all these veteran guys who are having career worst seasons. But on the other hand, I mean, Jonas is shooting 90% from the free throw line. He's still getting 8.2 rebounds in only 20 minutes a game. And that's a really good number for 20 minutes a game. 8.2 rebounds in 20 minutes, that's fantastic. I mean, he's not a shot blocker, but he'll clog up the lane because he's so big and physical and willing to use that physicality. And he's still, even at such a big, burly, physical center, he's still averaging 2.2 assists per game in only 20 minutes. And that's a decent number for a center. So I think this actually helps both teams, and the draft capital that Washington is getting in return. It's second round picks, but it's second round draft capital. But still, like, that's okay. Just acquire whatever you can. I mean, if this is the best deal they could find for Jonas, just take it. Take it and move on. There's no sense in keeping him around. It's a bad situation for him. It's a bad situation for the Wizards, considering they're so bad. They're trying to lose games to get more, another really high lottery pick with their own pick. So just move on. So I think this is actually a good thing for both parties in this situation. But boy, Washington certainly seems to be willing to move off of any veteran guy. We'll see if they get rid of some of their young guys, but any veteran guy, I would say if you are a veteran on Washington's roster at this moment, I would not unpack your bags. Let's put it that way, because it looks like you very likely are going to be moving on. But anyway, it's another interesting trade, and I would anticipate, obviously, prior to tomorrow's deadline, there are going to be more. But let's just wait and see what happens. But it's nice to see Sacramento actually get some size. Let's see if this works out. Is it a good pairing with Domas with Sabonis in Sacramento? That's yet to be seen. But from a personal standpoint, I think it's good for Sabonis to have, another Lithuanian guy on that roster. That'll be good for him personally, and probably really good for Jonas too. I think both these guys will be really happy in Sacramento together. But anyway, let's see what happens. Everybody continue to watch the trade wire. I hope that everybody has a great rest of your day. Talk to you later.